Good evening, I'm Justin Betty. Tonight we continue our cold case series here on Newswatch 12. Last week we introduced you to John Doe 2000, the case of an unidentified man found in the woods near Harshaw. Tonight we look at the older of Oneida County's two active John Doe cases, this one from back in 1980. Newswatch 12's Cooper Henkel joins us now live in the studio to outline what's known so far and what investigators hope either you or someone else at home might still know 40 years later. Cooper.
Justin, tomorrow, March 19th, will be the 41st anniversary the day John Doe 1980 was found lying face up near Highway 17. Many investigators originally involved in the case have retired, passed away, or otherwise left the area. But the search for John Doe 1980's identity continues.
March 19th, 1980 was an extremely cold day when a local property owner went walking on his back property and found a body. He definitely was not dressed for the elements for that time of year. We're not sure if he was walking from one direction to the other. Maybe he was walking from Sugar Camp area to Rhinelander area or vice versa. The one thing that we do know is that he did die as a result of hypothermia and exposure to the elements.
John Doe 1980 wore a thin scarf, earmuffs, and a corduroy jacket. But the most telling clue...
We looked at the shoes, and the shoes were very, very flat bottom, not appropriate walking shoes, especially on a highway during the winter time.
Explaining the head injuries and face-up condition of his body could be as simple as a common cause of death here in the Northwoods.
He probably was slipping and falling and probably struck his head on the ground.
Although there was no ID, John Doe 1980 had a few clues found on him. 2 keys in his pocket.
They appeared to be maybe house keys or cabin keys. They were loose, they weren't on a key ring.
A calendar from a union.
With the words International Brotherhood of the Electrical Workers. We feel that somebody does know something about that small calendar.
And a Hellbros watch.
Back in the 1980s, those were extremely expensive watches, kind of like the modern-day Rolex.
Some potentially identifying information has been kept out of the media.
To do a better identification when we do figure out who he is and when we do find that family.
41 years later, the search for John Doe 1980 continues.
We've received a number of responses on John Doe 2000 and ask everyone at home to continue sharing these stories in hopes of helping find the identities of these two men found here in Oneida County. Investigators ask anyone who may have interacted with them, knows of any reason why people may have been coming in and out of the area in March 1980, or anything else that could identify this man or John Doe 2000 to please contact the Oneida County Sheriff's Department or the Oneida County Medical Examiner. You can call or email. Justin?